down here. So what we have here is a small leak. And as you see, the small crack is in the faucet itself. It's not in the main part we can turn on and off. The crack is right there. Sometimes that happens throughout the winter. So we'll take, as we have pretty much drained this water, this part simply unscrews and shouldn't be too tight. Now there's two things that happen, that can happen. First thing we're going to do, we clear out all the putty and stucco around the pipe. And then you check back here to see if you see threads. If there's threads there, then you know this part simply just unscrews. If you don't see threads, then it may be soldered on, meaning you need to call somebody that can do that kind of work. Two things can happen. This front part will either unscrew easily, or the pipe with it will come undone. So as we unscrew this piece, we now have a nice faucet. So keep it right here for me. Alright, because the original is designed at 2.5 turns to be as tight as it can possibly be, when you do it the second time, it tends to screw on a little bit farther than the first time. So make sure that you clean this up. There you go. Clean that up, make sure everything's solid. When you do the tape, you always want to take the tape off backwards. That way you can control it. If you put it on forward, what happens is the big roll outruns the little roll, and your tape gets longer and longer. You try to come out right to the edge. It doesn't hurt if part of it hangs over. But about 2 good wraps, simply just break it off. And always make sure to put it back in the box. All right? That's the guarantee. If you're doing this for other people, I do not suggest putting the pipe dope, because the pipe dope and the Teflon tape basically do the same thing. It makes it difficult to come off. But if you're doing it for yourself, which I'm doing it for my friend, we want to do it in a manner that we have to worry about it later. So we're just going to fill in the threads with a tiny amount of that dope. Pipe dope it's called. It's really just Teflon. Happen to have a new 1/2-inch piece. Take your time getting it started. And as it turns a little bit tighter and tighter, do it as much with your hands as possible. And then with the smallest wrench you can use. Always remember, if it's anything 1 inch or below, use a 12-inch crescent. 1 to 12 is your key. Don't make it any longer, because you'll put more torque than you want. You'll end up breaking the pipe. So, a simple repair. And then this part is for the cooler. This can have a hose on it. This part goes to the water cooler line. And so it's pretty simple. Simple repair. Alright, back up just a little. So I'll see you next time, and thank you very much for seeing. Remember, hit the bell so I can notify you for the next video that I put out. And be sure to subscribe. Thank you.
Hit the red button.
Yes.